Hello, Warrior fans, and welcome to Pittsburgh Stadium for this state versus state matchup between the Pittsburg Dragons of Pittsburgh, Kansas, and your Smithville Warriors.
It's a border war, Eli. We got Smithville from Missouri and Pittsburgh from Kansas. This is going to be a fun showdown. Both teams have winning records. Smithville 6-1, Pittsburgh 4-2. It's going to be a fun game. Smithville is coming off a 63-0 blowout win over Winnetonka, and Pittsburgh's coming off a 40-7 blowout win versus Independence. So both teams coming in hot.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see the state versus state, as you said, border war matchup. Smithville hasn't played a team from another state since they played Lewisburg a couple years ago, so I'm kind of excited to see how this game goes.
Pittsburgh, a Class 5 team in Kansas, and Smithville, a Class 4 team in Missouri. So we'll see a tough matchup here. Pittsburgh likes to run the veer offense, so they'll be running the ball a lot. You're going to see lots of different run plays from them tonight.
Which really surprises me because I was watching their quarterback earlier, and he can really sling the ball. So I hope we see some passing plays put into there, Toby.
And that makes them dangerous, too, because you're going to, when the defense plays the run, they might throw you off guard and throw a deep ball.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh star players, number
1, Webb Fern, their quarterback.
And number 2, Grant O'Doherty.
O'Doherty.
He is a great running back for them. And number 4, Bo Pasture, and he is a great defensive back for Pittsburgh. He's a great safety. He's the guy to look for on Pittsburgh's defensive ends, and for the quarterback to be aware, Andrew Hedgecorth.
So a little over 11 minutes from game time as we get ready.
Smithville Warriors fans showing out, as always, even on the Kansas side.
And we have some shout-outs to give. First out, shout-out to Mr. Mast. Thanks for supporting the Media Network. And second, to Connie Cox from Belton for tuning in every week. We appreciate the support you guys give us. And so those are our shout-outs for tonight.
And thank you to our sponsors, the Eric Craig Real Estate Team, Bashir's Tree and Lawn, and Sharp's Barbecue. So Smithville Warriors, you know, they've been very good lately, Eli, and their one loss was to Kearney by 1 point. So this is going to be a good matchup for the Warriors to kind of keep them battle tested for when they rematch Kearney later on in the playoffs.
Definitely, Toby. You know, obviously this isn't a Missouri team, but it's still a big matchup because it kind of shows you where you can compete within, you know, the Midwest level.
And it's a tough game for both teams because it's hard to, you know, like it's hard for Smithville to figure out what Pittsburgh's great at when they don't see the same opponents as they see in conference, so they can't compare them to any team. And Pittsburgh can't compare Smithville to any team because they just don't know enough about each other.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where you kind of figure out your opponent's strengths and weaknesses really quickly. great tonality. They worked really well. I liked that. It was probably the best one I've heard all year. They definitely worked off on Joey. You're on.
That's fine. Pittsburgh has taken the field, and so have the Warriors as we await the coin toss. 5 minutes to go before game time. Smithville Warriors, it might be interesting to see how they start this game. They had a 2.5 hour bus ride here, so they got to get those legs loose. So be looking for Pittsburgh to try and pound them at the beginning.
Testing. 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 All right. Yeah, definitely look for Pittsburgh to kind of take advantage of this. Smithville had a 2.5 hour bus ride. They left pretty early, so they've been kind of immobile for the last 4 or 5 hours. Captains for the Dragons tonight, number 40, J.J. White, number 78, Michael Fernandez, number 23, Wyatt Rink, number 1, Webb Fern, and number 54, Jaquan Augustin. For the Warriors, it looks like it's going to be Dawson Strickland, Sam Warnson, and I believe Kevin Flipchuk. Oh, and Andrew Hedgecorth. Yeah, captains for the Warriors, number 11, Andrew Hedgecorth, number 4, Dawson Strickland, number 24, Kevin Flipchuk, and number 17, Sam Warnson.
So an interesting note, Pittsburgh has fireworks at their stadium, and Smithville is 0-1 versus teams with fireworks. Kearney had fireworks, and they're lost.
Kearney.
They're also
0-1 against purple teams with fireworks.
So this is really going to get them battle-tested for when they play Kearney in the district championship game, assuming they both get there.
Just pick a scenario. This is the best. This is the best one. Just act like it's Kearney too. I mean, the field's purple.
And when you win state, you get to play big games like this one. This is a big game. You get to go all the way to Kansas to play a Class 5 school. This is going to be a great experience for the Warriors.
Yep. Now can we play Bishop Sycamore IMG Academy? Or maybe Mater Dei or St. John Bosco? Testing. As we are about 1 minute away from kickoff, captain's going out for the coin toss.
So Pittsburgh's going to receive, and Smithville will defer to start off this one.
The officials for the seniors game include referee Michael Bucknell, umpire John Lack, lines Tim James, line judge Paul Yanez, and back judge Drew Martin.
So Smithville will kick off. It looks like Zach Wheeler will kick off for the Warriors to start off this game. Back to for Pittsburgh, number 2, Grant O'Doherty, and number 25, Ethan Rhodes.
So interesting note, Pittsburgh lost their first 2 games of the season, and they've won 4 straight, so they haven't seen a loss in a while, which will also make this game very interesting. And the Warriors haven't seen a loss in a while either. They've won 4 straight, actually.
That ball is going to take a bounce. And recovered by Pittsburgh. Down at about the 20-yard line. So that is where the Dragons offense will start off their first drive of this game.
That's the same thing we saw last week, Eli. Zach is going to kick this one towards the sideline again. And last week it was such a great kick towards the sideline. Winnetonka didn't know what to do. They thought it was going to go out of bounds, and we landed on it. And another beautiful one that made Pittsburgh hesitate. And so now they're going to be starting at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I thought Pittsburgh was going to fumble there. So 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 21-yard line. Webb Fern, the quarterback, a junior, 6 foot, 175. As he's going to look back and he's going to run it to his running back, I believe Grant O'Doherty. Or no, sorry, that is number 23, Wyatt Rink, the junior, with a 1st down carry. Mark him down at the 32-yard line.
So that's what we're going to see a lot, Eli. They're going to do a lot of handoffs. That one went to a different running back than usual. Their main guy is Grant O'Darity, and he's going to be the main. He's going to get a lot of the carries, and he's their star guy on the offensive end.
Fern in the shotgun. Man's gonna go out wide. O'Doherty, and there's a pitch to O'Doherty, and he is gonna go across the 40-yard line, down at about the 41, 42-yard line.
And there's
that's another first down for the Dragons.
There's the veer offense, Eli. You see O'Doherty, he's lined up on the outside, and he's gonna jet end around on the backside and grab 10 yards there. And that's what we're gonna see. Lots of jet sweeps, lots of fakes. The Warriors got to stay on their toes, keep those linebackers on their toes.
So back-to-back first down for the Dragons. First and 10 for the Dragons at their own 42-yard line. Fern in the shotgun, man in motion. As O'Doherty again, and Fern's going to look to pass. He's got a receiver downfield, intended for number 4, Bo Pasture, but coverage from Sam Morrison. Who else?
So there you go again, Eli. They have O'Doherty. They have 3 running backs out there. They have O'Doherty and Caswell both on the outsides, like as if they were a wing tight end, but they're actually running backs, and they're going to fake the end around that time and throw it. Lots of stuff revolving around those 3 guys.
2-man out wide. Number 8, Parker Johnston, and number 16, Cruz Lopez. Man in motion, O'Doherty again is going to hand off to his running back, Wyatt Rink. Gets about 2 there.
Great play by Tristan Henshaw off the snap.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Read the up-the-middle run there, and now you got a 3rd down. This is a big play, and does Coach Spear dial up the blitz on 3rd down?
I think he will. I don't see why he wouldn't.
Pittsburgh, it makes them dangerous because they can run the veer, but they also have a quarterback with a solid arm, so that makes them a huge threat.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, Toby. I watched him during the pregame warm-ups, and this guy's got he's got a tight spiral. I think they should throw a little more. Oh, there's a QB run with Fern's going to get about 2 yards short, bring up a 4th and 2, 5-yard carry.
And this is where they're going to go for it. You're at midfield.
Sam Morrison on the tackle. Yeah, marked down at the Warrior 49-yard line.
2 yards away. They're definitely going to go for it as the quarterback gets the call and be looking for quarterback Fern to.
Bringing in Parker Johnston.
And it's so dangerous because they can give it to. They have 3 running backs out there. They can give it to one of those 3, or the quarterback can keep it, and it makes them so dangerous as they're all lined up tight.
Man in motion. Oh, false start. Cruz Lopez.
Crucial mistake.
As you saw there, Caswell was lined up in motion. It looked like he was going to go out, but a crucial mistake by the wide receiver, Cruz Lopez, and Pittsburgh's going to have to punt here.
And that's a big mistake by Pittsburgh, and that's going to affect this game, in a game where both teams are hot. Both teams are on a 4-game win streak. Those mistakes are going to be costly. Ryan Weirs is back to return. That's a different sight than we've seen in the past games.
Oh, low snap. Kicked by number 5, Jackson McKechnie. Just going to let it bounce out of bounds. So Smithville will take over at their own, I believe it's the 27.
I think I got 33-yard line. They're giving them a good spot.
Yep. Warriors will start out at their own 33-yard line. 8:50 left in the first quarter. Still scoreless here. Andrew Hedgecorth, the quarterback for the Warriors, starts with Preston Rash in the backfield.
Something to note, Max McKenzie just got cleared the other day in concussion protocol, basically, so he's back. He didn't miss a game, just missed
I heard he was starting at corners. There's a handoff to Preston Rash. Preston Rash up the middle.
Yeah, he played corner on that last drive, and he's the number 1 wide receiver for the Warriors, so that's crucial that he's able to play.
Gets across the 47-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 3.
Warriors got multiple guys they can run it with, Preston Rash being one of them, Caleb
Donnell, Jaden Bennett,
and even
Riley
Jaden
Brown.
Bennett. So you're going to see them keep their running backs' legs healthy.
Another handoff to Preston Rash right up the middle. Going to get about 2 yards there, make it a 3rd and 1 at the 42.
Not to mention Andrew Hedgecorth, QB senior for the Warriors, is very dangerous when he gets out and uses his legs. And it makes him such a big dual threat, and we might see one here.
McKenzie in one-on-one coverage to the left as Kevin Flipchuck's going to go in motion, but go back. Hedgecorth audibling. I think I saw Preston Rash tug his towel there, so they might be going on a run here. Oh, nope, it's a pass. Max McKenzie, and there goes Max McKenzie. Wide open space, down across, out of the 33-yard line. First down, Warriors.
And a great audible by Andrew Hedgecorth as he recognizes the big space Max McKenzie's got. The corner's going to give him cushion, and when he gives him cushion, that allows Max McKenzie to run a quick little hitch and get the ball. And Max McKenzie's so quick with it. Very dangerous receiver. Great job. And that's Hedgecorth as he gets older here, senior year. You see lots of audibles. A couple of the touchdowns against Winnetonka were off audibles. You're going to see Hedgecorth making smart decisions.
Quarterback awareness. 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Dragon 34-yard line as there's a handoff to, is it Preston Rash again?
Preston Rash.
Oh, and he's still going.
Great job by the
Across
offensive
the
line.
30-yard line, down at about the 28, maybe the 29. Picks up 5 there, 2nd and 5. 7:07 left in the first quarter. Still scoreless, but the Warriors are driving on these Dragons.
And Caleb Donnell is coming in now. So
Sleepy Don.
here we go. You got 2 different running backs you use. Both of them are very great, and you're going to see lots of action from those 2 tonight, especially the way Pittsburgh's playing with their 2 high safety look. Not many high schools run the 2 safety, and Pittsburgh's got 2 safeties out there.
Hedgecorth looks back to pass. He's got an open receiver, Max McKenzie, for a touchdown! Max McKenzie!
And there you go. He didn't skip a beat. Post route over at the top of the corner and safety. Pittsburgh plays the deep pass, and they still can't guard it. Max McKenzie leads this team in receiving touchdowns, and he gets yet another one. Such a dangerous receiver. And how about Hedgecorth with the throw? What a throw.
That was a dime.
Hit him right in the chest. And that's a beautiful way to start out for the Warriors. Here is 6:35 to go in the first quarter. Hennigan to take the extra point.
Logan Hennigan, he was 9 for 9 last week. As that kick is up, and it is no good.
He missed one last week.
He did.
He's been struggling, and he missed another one. 6-0, Warriors lead. I was talking to Zach Wheeler before the game, just the kicking struggles for him and Hennigan. And they're both, working to get better. So Wheeler's done a great job with kickoffs lately. You have to wonder if
Logan Hennigan has been, we've been talking the past 5 weeks about kicking. He just says he wants to get better.
Hennigan's been a constant struggle for this Warriors. He's missed over 5+ kicks on extra points this year.
But I'd say for a dude that doesn't have, a soccer background, he's doing pretty good.
And he's just a sophomore, too. So
yeah, that's what I'm
of
saying.
time.
He's only a sophomore. It's not like he's a junior or a senior like Zach Wheeler and Marcus Eastridge and those guys. He's still got time to learn.
So
the stats don't look good, but trust me, they are good.
Be looking for another kick towards the sideline. Zach Wheeler's very good at placing these kicks.
It's a little pooch kick. Oh, he fumbled. There you go, Toby. It's what we were just talking about.
And whatever spin Wheeler is kicking with.
Oh, and there's a flag on the play.
We've seen this time and time over the past 2 games where the returner has muffed the kickoff because Wheeler's pooching it with power. And another muffed kickoff right there. Wheeler's doing a great job with kickoffs.
Holding on the Dragons here, so that'll take him back. Start their second drive. Ooh, past the 10.
So the Warriors.
No, they'll start at the 10.
A great thing about the Warriors is they pride themselves in staying away from penalties, and it seems like almost every game they win the penalty battle. And so far, Pittsburgh 2 penalties have cost them 15 yards, and the Warriors have 0. So that's a great start for them.
1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 11-yard line. As there's a handoff, I believe, to O'Doherty. Or rather, number 23, Wyatt Rink.
So they're using O'Doherty as a threat on the outside, and they're using...
Yeah. He's going in constant motion. If you notice on all these plays, they're kind of using him as the motion.
And every time the Warriors are sending guys that way because he's their main guy.
2nd and 5 for the Dragons at their own 16-yard line. 6:03 left in the first quarter. Warriors up 6-0.
So right there they gave it to Rink, and a lot of the Warriors, they send guys to O'Doherty, and then they send guys to the quarterback Fern. They got to keep their eyes on the ball.
That didn't look like it got very far. Another run with Wyatt Rink. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They lost a yard.
Or rather, they lost a yard. Yeah, 3rd and 6. That's 15.
This Warriors defensive line's off to a great start.
All seniors: Dawson Strickland, Eli Knorr, Tristan Henshaw.
But this QB's got an arm, and if you're looking for a pass here, they got 3 wide receivers out there.
D-line shifting, as there's another run play. I believe it was Rink again.
So they're using O'Doherty as a decoy a lot. O'Doherty comes through, they use him as a decoy, and they give it to Rink once again, and the Warriors aren't fooled. Great job by the Warriors of staying home, and their defensive line doing a great job.
As McKechnie back deep to punt for the Dragons.
Surprising they didn't try and throw it there.
Ryan Weirs will go back deep for the Warriors. At the Dragon 37. Oh, no, he's going to back up. Another low snap, and McKechnie fumbles. It's a little surprising. Takes a bounce. Going to bounce across the 40, down at the 36-yard line.
Wonderful kick for over 50 yards on the punt. Very impressive by the punter there for the Dragons, and you don't see that a lot in high school. Over a 50-yard punt. Even Tommy Townsend on the Chiefs struggles to get it 50 yards.
True. I don't know. Have the Gorillas called that dude?
Most of the high schools kickers, 30 yards is a good punt. 40 yards is a good punt. Over 50, that is a great punt.
50 is where you're really separating yourself from the rest of the pack. As Hedgecourt's going to hand off, I believe, is Preston Rash. But yeah, 50-yard punt, that's where you really separate yourself from the pack because you're starting to get into a level where not very many kids can do that.
I mean, it shows because Ryan Weirs was 30 yards back.
Yeah.
And that ball went 20 yards over his head. But right now the Warriors showing a great dominance of the run game. And they've had 2 passes in this game, and both of them went to Max McKenzie. And when you can be that precise with your offense, they're having a good time so far.
2nd and 5 for the Warriors at their own 37-yard line as a man in motion. Oh, it's a jet sweep, and Jet Coleman.
There's the touch pass, and that shows right there that Pittsburgh's been watching their film. Smithville loves to do the touch pass, especially to Jet Coleman, slot receiver. And Pittsburgh definitely, those Dragons have been watching film because the Warriors do that a lot, and they're on it.
3rd down and 6 for the Warriors at their 41-yard line.
Big play here for the Warriors. Be looking for Max McKenzie.
Yep.
On another hitch, or be looking for Jet Coleman over the middle.
One-on-one coverage on the left here against DB Ethan Rhodes, a senior. 5'8", 140 against Max McKenzie. And there's a pass to Max McKenzie, and Max McKenzie is going to get another 1st down. Down across the 50 out at about the 48-yard line.
And there it is, Ethan Rhodes, cornerback for the Dragons. He's going to give cushion on Max McKenzie yet again. And so there's that cushion, which gives Max McKenzie a very leeway on that sideline. He's going to do a little comeback route there towards the sideline. A little wobbly pass by Hedgecourt, but still got it there, and a great 1st down.
1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Dragon 49-yard line. 2:46 left in the first quarter. Warriors up 6-0. Trying to at least make it a 13-0 game.
Both corners giving cushion on those receivers. You don't see a lot of high school teams do that.
Yep, as you can see, a blitz there. I saw that one. That is number 40, J.J. White, the senior captain. I saw him kind of signaling blitz there. Good tackle on Preston Rash.
And that's a play there where, you know, these corners are giving cushion on the receivers.
Yeah.
So the Warriors are going to try and run. They're not loading the box. Most teams load the box. Pittsburgh's got 4 guys back in the secondary. Actually 5 because they got a guy covering Coleman. They're 2 linebackers. They're kind of giving a look like we do on defense.
2-yard loss puts the Warriors back in their playing field.
Showing blitz again.
2nd and 12 at the 49 of the Warriors as there's a pass, I believe, to Tristan Henshaw.
So there's what you call, you show the blitz, but you don't blitz, and Hedgecorth is assuming the blitz is coming. Both the linebackers creep up to the middle, and so Hedgecorth gets the snap, and he gets the ball right out of his hands, worried about the blitz. But they back up, 4-man rush, and Pittsburgh right there won.
Gain of 3 yards puts the Warriors back in Dragon territory. 3rd and 9 at the Dragon 48-yard line. Minute 35 left in the first quarter. This is do-or-die situation for the Warriors here. I don't know. Do they want to go against Max McKenzie? They
Big
put another
third down.
DB on Max McKenzie.
Different guy on Max McKenzie, but
Sophomore Connor Profit.
once again, 5 yards of cushion.
Oh, and Max McKenzie just beat him. As Hedgecourt's going to throw. And just off the hands of his receiver. Is that Ty Atkins?
Ty Atkins. The play action there. It's weird to run a play action on 3rd down because the defense isn't even thinking you're going to run it, so why do it?
But we saw Max McKenzie there. Max McKenzie had leverage on that DB.
But the problem was the blitz came from the right side,
Yeah.
or from the left side, so it forced Hedgecorth out to the right, and so there was just a typical scramble drill, and Ty Atkins couldn't come up with it.
Just happened to be there.
Almost had it. Be looking for Hedgecorth to drop back and punt. Maybe they'll go for it though.
I don't know. Nope, there he goes. Every time. And Hedgecourt's going to punt. Oh, that's a high punt. And a very good punt. So that's going to take a drop inside the 10-yard line. Ooh, maybe inside the 5. Drops it right at the 5-yard line. What a great punt from Andrew Hedgecourt. Speaking of 50-yard punts.
So that one was about 40 plus. So what you saw there was a quarterback punting the ball like that. Hedgecourt, very special talent. That was an incredible punt.
Yeah, McKechnie for the Dragons, he's just listed as a kicker punter. 6'1", 170. So that's just pure kicking speed, pure kicking power. Andrew Hedgecourt, he can do everything though.
And when you have a guy that's strictly a punter at the high school level, you know he's a threat.
Yeah. Webb Fern in the shotgun for the Dragons. He's going to run to his left. Not going to get very much there.
Warriors doing such a great job, but once again, are they going to give the ball to O'Darity? It seems like O'Darity got the ball on that play, but he's got 2 carries in this game. Meanwhile, Rink has got quite a few carries and then their lead guy. And O'Darity, it seems like they do these option stuff, so they always have the choice whether to give it to him. And so far, they haven't given it to him a lot.
One more play in the first quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Dragons at the 6-yard line. So there's another run play.
They love to run the football on here. Right there, you can tell the Warriors are just winning up front. One of the Pittsburgh offensive linemen goes straight to the ground. This defensive line, once again, is winning the game up front with guys like Eli Knorr and Dawson Strickland. And
so it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Dragons at their own 8-yard line when we return. End of the first quarter. After one, you score your Smithville Warriors 6, the Pittsburgh Dragons 0. We'll be back with second quarter coverage. Back for the second quarter. Pittsburgh facing a 3rd and 7 at their own 8-yard line. Score 6-0. 6-0 Warriors.
Big third down here. It'll be interesting to see if they pass the ball. We've only seen that once, and it was an incomplete pass. 3-receiver look.
Another shift by the D-line. As there is pressure, Derek Boyd's going to sack him. Is that a safety?
Looking for from the hand signal. It looks like it's going to be
down at the 1.
Down at the 1. So we're looking for that hand signal of the safety. Didn't quite get there, but very great sack there. Who was it on that, Eli?
Derek Boyd.
Derek Boyd. Great sack by Boyd.
6-yard loss.
Coming off the ACL. He's been very good coming off that injury.
This is dangerous. McKechnie's having to punt from literally the 1-yard line. He is on the line with the end zone. I hope he doesn't pull a Dan Orlovsky and go out of the end zone. Oh!
Another great punt.
Oh, my. Oh! Fumbled by Ben Morawski. Oh, my gosh. Go, Ben. Ben Morawski on the run. Down across the 30, down at about the 27-yard line. But another great punt by McKechnie.
Great return by Ben Morawski. He took that 30 yards on the return, and right there, that's not the first time he's booted the punts. He does that a lot, but Ben Morawski, when he fields it and he runs, he's very dangerous on the returns.
I'd say that was about a 49-yard punt from McKechnie, so very great job.
Punted it from the back of their end zone all the way to midfield, so yeah. And Morawski did a great job turning what could have been ball at the midfield, the ball at Pittsburgh in the red zone almost.
I hope Northwest is watching this game because that's a punter right there.
There's a flag on the play, so that'll push the Warriors back.
Or Clemson.
You see that a lot. A lot of flags in special teams play. You see that at all 3 levels, high school, college, and NFL. But the Warriors still have decent field position at the Pittsburgh 34-yard line. Jake Schaefer out there at wide receiver.
Oh, is he going to – I hope he catches a pass here. 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 34-yard line as there's a handoff to Caleb Donnell. I'm sorry. Caleb Donnell going forward for about 2 yards. Down to the 36, or rather the 32.
Whenever you see Jake Schaefer at wide receiver, there's always the threat of the flea flicker. We saw that against Winnetonka last week. It didn't quite work out, but Jake's got a cannon of an arm.
That's all right.
Backup quarterback. So you can and he's a great blocker, too, right there. Use him as a blocker to run the ball.
2nd and 7 for the Warriors at the 31-yard line. 10:33 left in the half. Main in motion, Jet Coleman. Goes back to his right. There's another handoff to Caleb Donnell. Caleb Donnell bursting forward. Down at about the 25. Going to be about a yard short of the first down marker. 3rd and 1.
Caleb Donnell, such a powerful, explosive running back. He's been just amazing for the Warriors. He can do it all. Played DB, running back. And this dude stepped in for an injured Hayden Sig last year to be our main running back on the state championship team. And very explosive run there, set up 3rd and 1.
Donnell still in the backfield. Jet Coleman going in motion, goes back to the right. Another handoff to Caleb Donnell. He jumped and got the first down. Looks like he tried to trip him there, but he got forward.
Right there you see the Pittsburgh defense. They do one of the D tackle does one of those dive tackles to try and dive at his knees and knock him down before he gets over the line. But Caleb Donnell saw it happen and leaped over the top of him. And that's straight explosiveness right there by Donnell.
1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 20-yard line. 9:21 left in the half. 6-0. Jake Schaefer out wide to the right. Oh, as there's a run play again with Caleb Donnell. Gets down at the 15-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Warriors.
Speed option right there, and Hedgecourt, when the Warriors do those speed options, it's very dangerous because the defense has to collapse on Hedgecourt like they did there, His Hedgecourt is such a threat running the ball, so they collapse on him, and immediately Hedgecourt dumps that off to Caleb Donnell. Great play. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Hedgecourt takes the snap. It's a roll to his right. Looks to pass it. Was looking for Kevin Flipchuk, but wasn't quite there. Coverage by number 4, Bo Pasture.
So right there.
That play broke down from the start, Toby.
Well, what it was is it was supposed to look like that. It was a fake. They just ran a speed option. That was a fake speed option. Supposed to be thrown over the top to Flipchuk, but they weren't on the same page. And Hedgecourt throws it behind him.
So 3rd and 4 rather for the Warriors at the 15.
It was on his backside. So Flipchuk was looking for the ball over the middle, and Hedgecourt was looking for more of a fade.
So Max McKenzie's out to the right here.
If you're looking at Max McKenzie, he's already been a big threat.
Can't tell who.
Sophomore corner on him.
A run play to Caleb Donnell. Gets about a yard or 2.
When you see them run the ball on 3rd down, they're most likely going to go for it here on 4th and 2.
4th and 2 for the Warriors at the Dragon 13-yard line. 8 minutes left in the half.
So now it's interesting. Pittsburgh, they like to play their corners. They like to give cushion. If they give cushion on the Warriors receiver, especially Max McKenzie, that's just a quick dump right there. Will the Warriors do it, though, is the question. Pittsburgh looks to be a little bit tighter on the receivers.
So it's Henshaw, tight end. Jake Schaefer one-on-one to the right.
Jake Schaefer to the right.
And Coleman and McKenzie to the left. Jet Coleman. Oh, and it's a one-on-one. Oh, and there's a flag on Max McKenzie.
Pass interference there.
That should have been. Max McKenzie got pushed to the ground there.
So that was an interesting play. Even I thought they were running the ball because they had Jake Schaefer on the throwing side of Hedgecourt, but actually they're going to fake the touch pass and throw a slant over the middle to McKenzie. Great play, and so the Pittsburgh corner gets desperate, so what does he do?
He pushes Max McKenzie to the ground and forces a 1st and goal for the Warriors.
And now they...
What did they say happened?
They waved the flag off, and now they're still discussing it. Caleb Donnell's still...
Is Carl Cheffers reffing this game now?
So that's the refs still talking about it. Now they're talking to Pittsburgh coach. Pittsburgh already cheered through their offense out there. Now their offense is coming back to the sideline, it looks like, or at least the Warriors' offense is coming back onto the field. So there is a flag. So there's a hold on the defense on the corner there on Max McKenzie. So it is a 1st down.
As it should be.
What was that all about? One ref waved it off and the other ref. And now Pittsburgh coach is not happy. Why should they be? They thought they had a stop. But, I mean, the refs just toying with them when they do that.
Because they're mad they didn't call roughing the passer. 1st and goal for the Warriors at the 6-yard line. 7:31 left in the half. That whole dilemma is taken care of, as it should be. Coleman and Schaefer to the left. Max McKenzie and one-on-one to the right. Donnell's in the backfield. Henshaw will go to motion to the left. Caleb Donnell trying to go forward. Gets across the 5. I'd say down at about the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 4.
So right there you see a run play up the middle, and Caleb Donnell's looking to break one, and now you have 2nd and goal at the 4. Keep looking Max McKenzie's way. They cannot cover McKenzie today. Crazy because McKenzie has missed practice most of this week due to the concussion. But he's been very good so far tonight.
Donnell lines up to the left. Oh, it's a QB run with Hedgecourt for a touchdown. There it is, touchdown.
There you go, option, but this time the option goes to the left, and Hedgecourt fakes the toss, makes a juke move, heads into the end zone. Brilliant play by Hedgecourt. First play, first option, he dumped it off. Second option, fakes the dump, juke move, nice little juke move on the linebacker, and that's a great play. And now do the Warriors kick the extra point, or do they go for 2?
I think they're going to go for 2 here and make this a 14-0 game. That's kind of the safest thing to do right now, Toby. They trust the offense, so I don't see why they wouldn't.
You're looking for another option. There
yep,
it is.
there it is. And Hedgecourt has nothing but open space. 14-0 Warriors.
Ultimate dual threat there, and this time it just looked like Pittsburgh wasn't on their toes when the Warriors snapped it. They weren't ready for the snap, and Hedgecourt just took that to the outside, weaving around defenders. Great start by this Warriors offense. And now
6:46 left in the half.
We'll see how Pittsburgh responds now, because you can't run the ball all the time. They're losing by 2 scores now. When will they pull out the throws?
Zach Wheeler to kick off for the Warriors.
Be looking for that kick towards the sideline for the future. It just seems like Zach Wheeler's really got a good thing going with his kicks.
Anything to throw them off. Yep, there it is.
Beautiful.
Covered by Ethan Rhodes.
Beautiful kick again towards the sideline, but this time it took a Pittsburgh bounce right into his chest. Great dive by Jake Schaefer to get him stumbling, and a good finish tackle there.
So Pittsburgh will start off their third drive at their own 31-yard line.
31.
6:42 left in the half.
This Warriors defense has done a great job, and what we've seen on a lot of plays, and we haven't mentioned it, is look how they shift. They shift right there. They get in their 3-4, and then they get out of it and go to a 4-3.
Oh, there's a keeper with Webb Fern. Yeah, we're just watching the D-line shift there, Toby.
Dawson Strickland just came all the way from the right side to make that tackle. Amazing tackle. Fern is down and hurt, though.
He's up. I think it's something to do with his arm. I didn't really see a backup quarterback tonight, so I don't know. Fern might be their only quarterback.
He got whipped around there. Dawson Strickland made an amazing play coming from the right, or from the left, all the way to the right to make that tackle. He kind of got whipped around, landed weirdly there. It looks like an arm injury, like you said, though. Maybe he landed on that arm, but since they had to call injury timeout, he has to sit out for this first play. But he's not taking his helmet off, and he's still staying on the sidelines. Makes me think he'll come back in after this play.
Carson Nicholson, the new quarterback for the Dragons. A sophomore, 5'10", 160. Nicholson's going to pitch to number 3, Connor Profit. Tackle made by Kevin Flipchuck.
Many Warriors were talking to me before this game, and they were talking about O'Darity and the presence of O'Darity on Pittsburgh, and that's the guy to look out for. And right now, Pittsburgh just can't get him going, or isn't looking to get him the ball. And right there, they don't give him the ball, and once again, no yards. And the Warriors are doing a heck of a job staying home on those end arounds.
Webb Fern back in at quarterback for the Dragons.
And there's another shift on the D-line. They're shifting, throwing.
3rd and 10 at the 31 as Fern's going to look back to pass. And dropped by his receiver. Number 22, Trevor Pepper.
Fern looks like he's in some pain there after that throw.
Yeah. So McKechnie, we get to see Jackson McKechnie again. He's really the MVP for this team right now.
Warriors have Ben Morosky. He's lined up a little bit farther now that this
Yeah,
punter
he's just still going back.
still going back.
The 27. Oh, and McKenzie, it's a fake! It's a fake!
I don't think it was supposed to be a fake. He bobbled the snap. Didn't know what to do with it, and then he just ran.
But either way, we got to see his wheels.
Well, what you see there, I'm not so sure that was a scheduled fake. It looked like he was going to punt it, and he bobbled it, and then it looked like he might stop as he's running to punt it, and then he just decided to take off. Not a great decision. Great heads-up play by the Warriors.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do an Aussie style there. I was a little confused on that. I was like, is he going to Aussie this punt?
But the long snapper has been having problems all game.
I was about to. He's had some low snaps.
That one might actually have been
Hedgecourt fakes, flick to his left, one-on-one coverage for a touchdown. Max McKenzie again.
And there you go. And I've been talking to many people, and those hitch and goes just work so successfully, and that's what the Warriors pride themselves on offense. You saw that a lot last year and this year. And right there, they're going to fake the hitch, and then they're going to throw the go to Max McKenzie, and it is wide open, and McKenzie shows off speed, and another touchdown for McKenzie, and they just can't guard him today. Very great breakout game for the junior receiver.
Logan hanging on to attempt his second extra point of the night. Here's the snap, kick is up, and that is no good.
You can
20-0 Warriors.
It's a windy night.
Yeah.
But how about that? One play drive for a touchdown. Max McKenzie he's a dog, man, and
he's got that dog in him.
And that is just an incredible play. And what you see, Hedgecourt fakes the hitch, and then immediately Max takes off towards the sideline. He comes in like a closed off hitch, and then Hedgecourt, brilliant job with the pump fakes. You see that a lot from him. Ball fake, boom. McKenzie takes off, wide open. And that's what you see. In that time, Pittsburgh, they kind of came up on him. They stopped giving him all that space and cushion. And right there, Warriors took advantage of it.
So, Toby, I'm going to go back to what we were previously talking about is the Pittsburgh special teams. That long snapper has been having some really low snaps here as McKechnie is out here in front of us right now practicing his drop.
Well, right there, I think that third one might actually have been the best snap out of the long snapper today. Yeah. It was a little bit up, but McKinney just couldn't quite catch it right or something like that, but he was somehow able to punt the first two that landed in the ground.
Wheeler's going to kick it off. Fielded by Rhodes. Rhodes looking for a play, and there goes... Oh! Big hit! Riley Brown, the senior. Oh, baby.
Riley Brown doesn't play. The senior running back, he doesn't see a lot of time at that running back position, but you see him in special teams. He can really lay down a hit.
Talk about someone having dog in them. Riley Brown has that dog in him.
He truly does. A great tackle there on the sideline. And next time that returner is not going to want to run near him.
We're going to be talking about that on Monday. Oh, and fumble! He fumbled. Redford fumbled. It's going to go down as a sack, but...
And he's hurt again.
Oof.
You can tell that shoulder.
Yeah.
I think it's his shoulder or arm or... Yeah, it looks like his left arm or left elbow or something as he bends it.
And just deactivate him and bring in your backup quarterback, Nicholson. That's what I suggest. Oh, no, he's going to keep playing. Oof. I don't know if I agree with that, Toby.
Well,
protect your quarterback.
Pittsburgh Warriors have just completely eliminated their run game, and there you go, another D-line shift. And Dawson Strickland with the huge tackle as he's unblocked. Didn't even lay a block on Dawson Strickland, and when you do that, you know there's trouble.
4:12 left in the half. Warriors up 20-0. 2nd and 20 at the 32-yard line for the Dragons. And now it's 3rd and 18.
But watch this defensive line. You're going to see they're going to show outside rushers. They're going to get all lined up, and then they're going to shift every time. Caleb Donnell on the outside here looking as a blitzer, and there you go. Now they shift. Caleb Donnell drops back here for third down.
From looking just, oh, he's hit. Pressure brought by, is that Jake Schaefer?
Dawson Strickland.
Dawson Strickland, sorry.
And Pittsburgh just struggling to block Dawson Strickland as he's been getting to the quarterback all night, as he does it again there and hits that back side of him. And those are always dangerous because the quarterback can always fumble. Great job by Fern to keep his strength and throw that one. And if he wouldn't have been hit, that might have been a completion.
McKechnie to punt, and that was a good snap by the long snapper. Long punt. Takes a bounce. Morosky's just going to let it bounce out. Down at the 25. So that was about a 42-yard punt there, Toby.
Another great one. And Warriors have the ball at their own 25 and see if they can keep this offense rolling. 3:30 to go in the half.
Ball is officially marked at the 26-yard line, so that is where the Warriors will start with 3:32 left in the half. Trying to pump out one more touchdown before the first half ends.
But right now
they are going to get the ball to start the second half.
This is a great sign for this Warriors offense, Eli. The fact that they've been able to feed Max the ball and to get this passing game going like we haven't seen it this year.
Handoff to Preston Rash. Gets across the 30, down at about the 33, 34-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 1.
And we've been talking, and, last year they had Rhett Foster and Kelton Nitchie.
Yep.
This year they've been looking for who's going to be our guy, who's going to be our guy, and is our passing game going to be as effective. And this game has been a great sign for Smithville. Great passing, and Max McKenzie's been amazing so far.
2nd and 2 for the Warriors at the 35-yard line. 3 minutes left in the half. Hedgecourt's going to take the snap, look to his left. Oh! Was looking for Max McKenzie there.
And he had him on the straight up go route. Hedgecourt just overthrows him there.
Just a teensy bit, but that would have been a great play. Max McKenzie for a third touchdown pass. Or a third touchdown reception, rather.
McKenzie's already close to 100 yards. You don't see many high-score receivers to see for 100 yards. McKenzie's getting close already, and we're not even at halftime.
Third and 1 for the Warriors at the 35. The 34, rather.
McKenzie comes off the field to take a breather. Be expecting a run here from the Warriors. Pittsburgh pinches their defensive line.
Yep, there it is. A handoff to Caleb Donnell for a first down. Down at the 40-yard line.
This has been a very impressive game for the Warriors. They've dominated up front, which is on both ends of the ball, which has really helped us. They're going to keep the clock running as they move the chains. Under 3 minutes to go. Very impressive. The Warriors basically shown that they can pretty much do whatever they want. They can run, pass. They can choose whatever they want to do right now because their offensive line is protecting so well.
Flip Chuck going to go in motion. Backs out. Hedgecourt's going to look to his left. Still scanning. And he's going to take off and run with Andrew Hedgecourt. He's got speed. Down to the 31-yard line.
And that is what you call dual threat. And we've been saying it all year, and I've probably said it like
500 times. Like, we both have. But he just took off, Toby.
It's because he's so great at it. And right there, I love how he's still looking to pass. The play breaks down. He's still looking to pass. Last second, he goes, okay, I'm just going to take it in my own hands, and I'm going to run the football. And he ran that one for 30 yards, and Pittsburgh just can't seem to contain him, and hardly any defenses have been able to contain this man all year.
Likes to fool us out on those punts, but he really fooled me out there on that run. Moves the chains, 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Dragon 31-yard line as a handoff to Caleb Donnell. And he's still not down. He's still not down. Caleb Donnell, Sleepy Don, don't sleep on him.
My goodness, what a run. He was breaking tackles like left and right there, and there you're going to see a timeout here. And, geez, that was – gosh, he just kept going. That's like a Jarek McKinnon run right there from Monday night where, you know, he's going to be taken down. Caleb Donnell breaking tackles. And once again, the offensive line doing a great job keeping up and blocking with them.
1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Dragon 11-yard line. 1:40 left in the half. Warriors trying to make it at least 26-0. Hedgecourt's going to he's going to hand it to Donnell. Donnell trying to stumble forward. Gets across the 10. I'd say down at the 9-8-yard line. So he's going to get about 3 yards there. 2nd and 7.
This has been a very impressive game for Smithville, and they have a chance right here to go up by 4 scores, and they didn't get up by 4 scores against Excelsior Springs at halftime. But they might get up 4 scores against a Class 5 team like 4-2 like Pittsburg.
Hedgecourt is going to roll to his right. Looks to pass. Was looking for Max McKenzie there. Or rather, that was Jet Coleman. He was looking for Jet Coleman on that play. But incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8. 41 seconds left in the half.
But this shows you how well the offense has improved.
Yeah.
They were up 21-0 against Excelsior Springs at halftime 3 weeks ago, and now they're up, have a chance to go up above that against a better team like Pittsburg. And this just shows you how the team is improving throughout the year.
They're getting stronger, and that's what matters. If they want to beat Kearney, in districts, this is what they've got to do. They got to get stronger.
So they let the play clock
Timeout taken.
They let the play clock go all the way down to 1 for some reason, even though the clock was stopped, and now they're going to call timeout. I wonder if they're debating what to do there, and now
Need more time to think it over.
Now they call timeout. I say you look to the
Max.
Right-hand man, Max McKenzie's
Just look for Max.
Been performing so well today, and this is a great sign for the Warriors. It truly is that they've been able to throw the ball like this, because we haven't really seen this all year.
They've been kind of splitting it between Coleman and McKenzie, but McKenzie has kind of been just the number one.
And we've always known they can run the ball, but the question this year has been, can they throw the ball consistently? And this game has been a great game for that. And
yeah,
Hedgecourt has looked very great, and Hedgecourt continues to improve throughout the season. We know he's a threat scrambling, but can he throw the ball effectively? And he's really done that today too.
He's really shown out, Toby. Hedgecourt looking to pass. Oh, he's going to run it. Not going to get very much, but that will set up the opportunity for maybe a field goal, unless they decide to go for it again.
So they go to the option, and now they call timeout to stop the clock. I don't think they're kicking. I just think
I'd say they're going to go for it.
Too much kicking problems with field goals and extra points. Probably going to see them go for it. That's the whole reason they probably ran the option there. And it almost ended up being there, but Pittsburgh does a much better job collapsing on the quarterback. So now you have 4th and 6. You're looking at Max McKenzie where he lines up here.
Fourth and 6 for the Warriors at the 7-yard line. 36 seconds left in the half.
Okay, so Max McKenzie lined up out wide on the right side. Lined up against the sophomore DB.
Man in motion is Caleb Donnell, and he's going to get sacked. Hedgecorth gets sacked. Turnover on downs for the Warriors, and Pittsburgh will start up. Get the ball at, I'd say, the 15-yard line.
Not sure what that was, but
No.
the offensive line failed to block there as a blitz, it looked like, and Hedgecourt just had to take the sack, and 30 seconds left. Probably just going to see a couple run plays by Pittsburgh and then run it into the half.
Yep.
Warriors get a little fancy there on that offensive possession. They tried to fake the running back flat there, and
oh, he fumbled, but he caught his own pass. Caught the ball in midair, so that was lucky for Pittsburgh.
You have to wonder now if Pittsburgh just saw them almost fumble. You have to wonder now maybe they just take a knee, not risk anything.
Yep, they're just going to
let this clock run
take
out.
a timeout. Oh, did it? Timeout called. With 5 seconds left.
I'm not sure why they would do that.
That was kind of pointless.
I wonder if they're going to have some trick play up their sleeve maybe to try and get in the end zone. But it's always risky. You have the ball on your own side of the field. You fumble or something, the Warriors can recover it and get to the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
But they have nothing to lose down 20 at the same time, so we'll see what happens. The coach is talking to the ref about something. I wonder if they're trying to line somebody up in a specific position. He's talking to the ref right now. So here we go.
And that play breaks down, and that is going to be halftime. After halftime, your score, your Smithville Warriors 20, Pittsburgh Dragons 0. Toby Ford will be taking over play-by-play coverage for the second half.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, the Eric Craig Real Estate Team, Chops Barbecue, and Bashir's Tree and Lawn, as we'll be back for the second half. Welcome to the second half of this broadcast as we're about to get underway. Warriors lead 20-0. And Pittsburgh received the ball in the first half, so the Warriors will receive to start off the second half. So far, this game has been nothing but green for the Warriors. 20-0. The highlight of the first half was Max McKenzie. 2 touchdown catches for over 70 yards receiving to start off this game, and then Andrew Hedgecourt, the way he's passed the ball to start it off and ran the ball with 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, leading the way for the Warriors. So here we go. McKinney to kick it off. Start off the second half. Preston Rash back to return. Takes it past the 20 to the 30. Big hole all the way to past the 35-yard line. And a great start for the Warriors for the second half. And Hedgecourt comes back out there, coming off of 3 touchdowns in the first half.
It's going to be really interesting to see what transitions the Warriors have made from the first half. Pittsburgh as well. How's the defense going to handle this 20-point deficit?
And how are they going to adjust to Max McKenzie? Because Max McKenzie's been cooking them all game.
Like burnt toast is what I just compared it to.
And a great run by Caleb Donnell as he takes it back to the right across midfield into the other team's 44-yard line.
Sleepy Don. Don't sleep on him.
And just like that, the Warriors pick off right where they left off. Pick up right where they left off. And as they move those chains. And Pittsburgh start going, well, Pittsburgh is not loading the box like the other defenses had against Smithville. They're giving cushion and they're playing the pass, and it's opened up the run for Preston Rash and Caleb Donnell. And they give it to Donnell again. Big hole. Burst it over the middle to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Donnell. And
there's a flag.
I think it's taunting. He threw up the peace sign. That was some wheels by Donnell.
He should have thrown up 2 of those and went 22. That's me. Don't sleep on me.
At least I think he threw up the peace sign. He put something up.
Just a friendly gesture by Caleb Donnell.
And what an impressive run by Donnell. He just had a great run, and then he pulls off another one. 2 great runs in the drive. So right there, they go 2 plays, 64 yards, and they're in the end zone.
They're discussing this with Pittsburgh's coach right now. Still haven't gotten a word on what the penalty is.
Either way, the touchdown should count. 2 carries for in that drive, 2 plays, 2 carries for Donnell, 64 yards rushing.
Yep, there's unsportsmanlike conduct.
So unsportsmanlike conduct. But the touchdown will count. Very impressive start to the second half. The offensive line has done a great job, and Donnell strings 2 great runs together. So Logan Hennigan on to kick the extra point. He's 0 for 2 on extra points so far this game as the Warriors lead 26-0. Hedgecourt, the snap holder.
Oh, well.
High snap, kick is up, low, but it is good. So there you go, and now it is 27-0 here. 11:10 to go in the third quarter. So a 50-second drive, 2 plays, 64 yards, and a rushing touchdown by Caleb Donnell. And like I said, Eli, the Pittsburgh they're not loading the box. They have 6 guys in the box, even that, and Caleb Donnell's punishing them for it.
Yeah, they just exposed probably the biggest hole in the defense. Back-to-back 40-plus yard carries, I'd say. Yeah.
Back-to-back 30 plus yards. Yeah, the first one was probably
either way, it was a really big carry. And that just exposed the biggest hole in their defense. So they're not loading the box, which, leaves a big hole in their defense to where Donnell can just punch right through.
That was some speed by Donnell. We know Donnell's great at breaking tackles, and we know he can really accelerate. And that was just straight speed by Donnell. So Zach Wheeler to kick it off. And this has just been an all-out great Warriors performance. They traveled 2.5 hours. They're not planning on losing.
And Donnell expressed them not loading the box by throwing up the peace sign, which I don't know why the refs called a flag on it, because that was probably the friendliest gesture a football player could ever see.
Oh, you can't do anything like that anymore. Back in the day, they could do it, though. So Pittsburgh will have great field position as Zach Wheeler tried to do a little squib there.
First and 10 for the Dragons at the 42-yard line. 11:01 left in the third.
So the Warriors do the shift on the D-line.
They got 5 people up there now.
And Fern on a read option. He's got a hole.
Oof.
But a great tackle by Flipchuck and Donnell. Well, also, there's no reason for Donnell to throw up the peace sign. They're up big. And with that taunting, that's probably why we squibbed it, because we had to kick it from farther back with that taunting. So that really affects us now, because Pittsburgh's already across midfield out after one play, and just no reason for the taunt right there by Donnell. Warriors show blitz. And a great tackle by Kevin Flipchuck on the outside as he lifted him up and took him down like a body slam.
Kevin Flipchuck is a very strong individual. Not surprised.
Man, if I were running back and I saw him, I might run 20 yards the other direction.
I'd say anyone on this defense. They got a lot of strong dudes on this defense.
Something different about Flipchuck as his run-stopping ability with the linebacker presence.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Pittsburgh take the snap. It's a read option again. Now it's a pitch, and it is blown up by, hard to tell who that was. Looked like Sam Warrenson, the safety. So that'll be set up 3rd down and 7 for Pittsburgh. And this is probably 4-down territory. Being down by as much as they are. But this is a huge step up for the Warriors to be able to play a better competition of a team and still be up by this much. And now they just got to sustain it here. And a flag goes up. Most likely a false start or an illegal shift. It is a false start. So that'll set up 3rd down and 13. And now the clock runs, so be expecting one of their very few passes. Have they even completed one? That's the question.
I don't think so.
Not sure if they've completed a pass. If they have, it's only been one.
Yeah. I don't think they're really going for the passes. I think they're just going read option here.
3rd down. If they do, they need a lot of yards.
This is what I'm saying. This quarterback's got a good arm.
Screen, and it's blown up. Eli Knorr.
Eli Knorr.
What a play by Eli Knorr. So now it's 4th and forever. And they're bringing on the punt unit. Great IQ by the defensive tackle. Eli Knorr read that like a book. And now McKinney on to punt. Low snap once again, but the punt is up, and it's a long one, but it goes out of bounds pretty quickly.
I think the wind got a hold of that one, Toby.
And the ref keeps walking. And Warriors will have the ball at the 36-yard line to start this next drive. And now, being up 27-0, you're probably going to see some more runs by this Warriors offense. And this Pittsburgh defense, they really haven't played the run. And that's why, I mean, the Warriors' run game has been amazing, but it's also what's also contributed is Pittsburgh's, sag. They're in like a base 4-3, but they're playing more of the pass a lot. And I don't blame him because McKenzie's killed them. And Hedgecourt flows to his right and just throws this one away as nobody's open.
The assistant coach was open. Can't tell who it was.
I think that might be Coach Crone.
I was going to say, is that Crone?
Just the way he's walking around, I think I can kind of make it out. I don't know who it actually is, though. Maybe it's Coach Ambrose. Okay, maybe it's Coach Ambrose. I don't know. Can't tell. Here we go. 2nd down and 10. They send Tristan Henshaw in motion. Hedgecourt takes a snap. Handoff to Preston Rash. Gets a lead block. And a great run by Preston Rash. That'll set up 3rd down and short. And there it is, the run gain again. And now you get a 3rd down and manageable. You can kind of do whatever you want. Run, pass. But see how these Pittsburgh safeties are just far off the line of scrimmage. And they're here, and they have 4 men on the line. Corners on all the receivers, showing blitz.
Hedgie's going to audible here.
Both the safeties came up, though. Hedgecourt is making an audible as both the safeties came up. But they still run anyways, and there's a 1st down. Preston Rash on the carry, and the Warriors are just doing a great job up front, winning the game up front. And so that's a 1st down for the Warriors, and we've seen that a lot today, Eli.
Yep. They audible and get the play that they want, and this defense is being killed by those audibles.
Hedgecourt is just reading the defense. His IQ, and it's his senior year, that experience pays off. He's already won a state title, and he's just adding to that resume.
And I think the timeout called by Pittsburgh.
I threw a flag.
They did?
I'm not sure.
Oh, there. Yeah, I see it.
False start, I guess. I didn't see
anything there.
I didn't even see anybody jump. He just threw the flag.
That's
As
interesting.
they were getting lined up. So 1st down at 15 as the clock runs here. 6:29 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yep, Ambrose mad. I didn't see anything there. I don't know what that was about.
I don't know if the offense was set to where you could even throw the flag if they're all set on their marker.
That was pre-snap.
So 1st down at 15. Handoff to Preston Rash. This time Pittsburgh finally puts a stop to it. A gain of 1, and that'll set up gain of 1 or 2. This set up 2nd down and 13. So 2nd down and 13. This might be a time where they pull out the play action, look downfield. And it is a play action. Hedgecourt rolls to his right, looking deep. Nobody's open. He's still going to throw it deep. Jake Schaefer, and he makes the catch.
Oh, my gosh.
Bobbling it towards the 10-yard line. The backup QB, Jake Schaefer, on a deep ball. And a Hedgecourt put it right on his chest on the run. And I think it was kind of a looky what I found catch right there.
And Pittsburgh's coach just ran down the sideline. He is mad talking with the ref right now. Oh, and he is angry.
Well, it looked like Hedgecourt was close to crossing the line of scrimmage. I thought he had to run. He almost crossed the line of scrimmage. But what an impressive throw. Such a tight window. Defense all over that. And Jake Schaefer pulls it in. What a catch and reaction by the backup QB / wide receiver now. And Jake Schaefer making his presence known. First down and 10. Handoff to Preston Rash as he bounces it outside. Past the 10-yard line and still going. But that's impressive. That's hard to do when you bobble the ball. It's hard to stay with that. And Jake Schaefer just laid out for it. That's a great play by Jake.
He was pretty vertical on that play there.
And what
he really reached out. I didn't think he caught the ball until you said that he did. Kind of a bad angle here.
he was close to going out of bounds. This is a great job by Schaefer to keep the feet in bounds too. But I'm still in awe over that throw on the run. And Jet Coleman on the touch pass gets to the 1. Is he in?
I think he might be in.
The refs say no. As one of the Pittsburgh players is cramping up. I'm just in awe. What a throw by Hedgecourt. He put that right on his chest on the run like that. 30 yards downfield. Not many quarterbacks can make that kind of throw.
I mean, we saw that earlier with Ty Atkins in that first quarter. He tried to go deep to Ty, and Ty had his arms out, and it was just off the fingertips. It's kind of a redemption play for Hedgie there. But this time it goes to Jake Schaefer.
That was such an amazing throw. I'm not sure if Schaefer was even expecting it, but just an amazing I'm in awe over that whole play. I was just maybe one of the greatest plays of the year right there. Because it wasn't like he was wide open. That was their defensive in the area. And great effort by Schaefer to lay out like that. And now the Warriors set up shop, and they have first and goal at the 1.
After play, bring up a first down, goal to go, ball on the 1-yard line.
So here we go, first and goal at the 1, 4:21 to go.
Just run out of the middle. That's what I do.
And Henshaw goes in motion. And now he's going to take it
it's a
underneath.
Wildcat!
And it's a QB sneak to Henshaw, and he's in. Touchdown, Warriors.
That was a Wildcat.
Just like how the Chiefs did it a few weeks ago with Noah Gray, the Warriors do it with Henshaw. They throw the tight end under center and QB sneak it with the tight end.
Did it a lot with Travis Kelce last year too.
And the Warriors pulling something out of their hat like Andy Reid would.
Yep.
So now they will go for 2 here, up 33-0 here with 4 minutes to go. Dawson Strickland lined up at receiver. Hedgecourt throws. It's a flat route to Jet Coleman, and he's wide open. Touchdown or 2-point conversion for the Warriors.
Hey, you can call it a touchdown.
I mean, they put their hands up. But there you go. So 2-point conversion's good, 35-0.
4:08 left in the third quarter.
But right there, they do a bunch formation, 2-point conversion, and Jet Coleman just slips out the back window there. And just very impressive by the Warriors tonight. Hedgecourt stat line looking very pretty.
Yeah, I am curious to see how many yards he's starting for tonight. It's got to be a lot. Max McKenzie, too. That's what I'm more anxious about. How many yards does Max McKenzie have?
I was trying to estimate it.
Yeah.
It's above 70
It definitely
receiving
is.
yards. And then Hedgecourt is definitely above 100 with that throw to Schaefer. I bet McKenzie's close to 100 receiving yards.
I'd say yeah. Like right on the tip of it. Zach Wheeler's going to kick off.
So Wheeler on the kickoff. And there's a return towards the sideline again, and another big hit by Riley Brown again, and that is a special teams player you do not want to mess with.
Mm-mm.
And he goes down and high-fives everyone on the sideline. A lot of energy right there.
Great player.
So 1st down and 10 here for Pittsburgh, leading 35-0.
If this was Missouri, it would be a running clock, but since it's in Kansas rules, it has to be at 42 for it to be a running clock. So the Warriors need to score at least one more time.
And the screen goes out wide. Good tackle by Ryan Weirs there. We 2nd down and 2. Yeah, so like you said, Eli, so the score has to get to a 42-point lead in order for the clock to run in Kansas. So here we go, 2nd down and 3. And there's the read option.
Kevin Flipchuck.
Flipchuck stays home and makes the tackle behind the line. Great job by Flipchuck on the outside. And that's just how you defeat the Veer offense. You got a defensive line that wins up front, and you got your linebackers finding that ball and making the tackle. 3rd down and 3. Everybody up front again. Fern tosses it out wide, and lots of room for a 1st down by O'Darity.
Tackle by Sam Warrenson.
We haven't seen a lot from O'Darity tonight. Their main guy, he's limping off on the field. You have to wonder if maybe he's dealing with an injury. You haven't seen a lot from him tonight. And he's one of their go-to guys out of the backfield. He might be cramping too. He's stretching on the sideline.
I think they're all cramping. Obviously, Fern's dealing with an injury, and I don't know how he's still out there. I don't know why the coaches are.
I mean, they weren't the ones who had to drive 2.5 hours. Why are they all cramping?
Oh, fumble.
Oh, and the quarterback.
It went out of bounds though, so it's gonna stay Pittsburgh ball.
Those football players gotta take care of their bodies, stretch and all that. The Warriors, you're surprised none of them are cramping with them having a 2.5 hour drive and then getting out of the bus.
I think the coaches had them doing calisthenics as soon as they got off the bus.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like a, what's the word? A power workout, like a boost.
2nd and 12. Fern hands it off, and a great tackle by Derek Boyd. So that'll set up 3rd down.
Activation workout, so it's called. Get the nerves activated.
Yeah.
That's the specific, yeah. I just thought of it.
So 3rd down and 7. They have a couple wide receivers lined up for this one. O'Darity still not out on the field. And Fern, it's an option play. Fern is going to pitch it.
Ooh, that was
and
lucky.
Multiple Warriors collapse on it.
That was lucky. K had Kevin Flipchuck on him there as a little bit of hands thrown there with Max McKenzie.
Well, one benefit for the Warriors, you have to say, they've already prepared for the Veer offense when they played against Excelsior Springs. Not a lot of high schools prepare for the Veer offense, so when they play Pittsburgh, it's kind of a surprise to them.
Yeah.
But the Warriors have already played against it this year, and the defense has shown that they've perfected how to stop it.
McKechnie's going to punt for the Dragons.
Great snap, and McKinney.
Oh, almost blocked Max McKenzie.
Punts that one straight to the sideline again, so we'll see where the ref places the ball. And he keeps walking. And past the 35 to the 30. So the Warriors will have the ball at the 35-yard line to start this drive. .44 seconds to go in the third quarter.
After the bump, Warriors will have ball first and 10, the ball on their own 35-yard line.
And Jake Schaefer is out at quarterback. And Schaefer takes the snap and hands it off to...
Is it Jaden Bennett?
Jaden Bennett.
No, he was down. Nice try, though.
Number 25, Jaden Bennett on the
So
carry.
Jake Schaefer out there at quarterback, the junior. He had that impressive catch towards the sideline on that last drive, and now he's out there at quarterback. He'll be the starter next year, and these are important reps for him. Just an amazing job by Hedgeworth. You do your job, and you can sit and rest and enjoy your teammates finish it off. And I'd probably say this is Hedgeworth's best game of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
Lindbergh, third quarter football toss. We've got 4 participants with the $300 right here. All right, who do we got up?
So this is the end of the third quarter. We'd like to thank our sponsors, the Eric Craig Real Estate Team, Chops Barbecue, and Bashir's Tree and Lawn. And we'll be back for the fourth quarter.
That's close. All right, here we go. Who do we got next? I got to go.
Back for the fourth quarter. As Pittsburgh put on a little bit of a third quarter festivities there, and they threw the ball. A little kid threw the ball into the hole for $300. Very impressive by the young Pittsburgh kid, and that pass is batted down and incomplete. We'd like to thank our cameraman and scoreskeeper, Maverick and Cameron, tonight. And they've been our guys all year, and for the tech and camera, and they've done a great job. .11:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Third down and 6. Might see another pass from Jake Schaefer here. And it's not. It's a handoff to Jaden Bennett. He'll be short of the first down marker.
Number 25, Jaden Bennett on the carry. On the tackle, number 24, Stone Berry. Playing a 4th down and 2.
So Hedgeworth comes on to punt this one. So even though Hedgeworth has been relieved of his quarterback duties. He still comes on to punt it. And a great punt by Hedgecorth. And O'Darity takes the return. And that's going to be pushed back as there's a flag. O'Darity looked like he had some space there, but it quickly gets cut off, and then there's a flag. So Pittsburgh will be pushed back.
And that illegal use of hands blocking the back.
10:06 to go in the fourth quarter. And just ultimately very impressive by the Warriors tonight. Coming to Class 5 Kansas school, so that one class above what the Warriors are in Missouri. And being able to be up on them like this, and Pittsburgh's a 4-2 team too. They're no cupcake. And a fake and an option to O'Darity. O'Darity's got tons of room. Takes it past the 20, and he just keeps running, dragging Ethan Schmidt. As the Warriors bring in a lot of their backups defensively. And that's the presence of O'Darity. That's what he can do. You just haven't seen him get the ball that much this game. When he does, he's very explosive. The Warriors have done a great job taking away, and they do all these options. So when they do these options, it's in the name. They basically have the option to give it to whoever they want, the wide receiver, the running back, the other running back. And there's a slant route, and that's a complete. But so they do these options. So if the Warriors take away their option to pitch the ball to O'Darity, it takes their best player out of the game, and the Warriors have done a great job doing that. So that's the first completed pass for over 10 yards tonight. I think the first completed pass of all games. So first down and 10 for Fern in this Pittsburgh offense. And Fern takes a snap. It's a read option, and he pitches it out, and it's fumbled. And the refs blow it dead. And so second down and 10 for Pittsburgh. So I think he just landed on at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be second down and 10. Braden Turner, part of this backup squad. He got a pick in the last game against Winnetonka. And Fern has an open hole, dragging Ethan Schmidt, but a great tackle by Ethan Schmidt and wrap up, as that's another first down for Pittsburgh.
Schmitty!
O'Darity comes back onto the field. The clock running, so 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Fern takes the snap, hands it off, and O'Darity will gain a few yards there. Never mind, not O'Darity. Stone Perry on the carry. So O'Darity just truly has not gotten a lot of touches tonight, and the Warriors defense has just been amazing as always. This is gonna be the second straight shutout if they can hold them here. It'll be a second straight shutout game, and the fourth straight game. It'll be the fourth straight game where they hold them to under 10 points.
Well, actually, I think it's three in a row.
Third straight shutout game.
Yeah.
The fourth game under 10 points, I think. And, well, not the third anymore. O'Darity just – and that's what I've been talking about as O'Darity takes it to the end zone on a 44-yard touchdown run. But that's what I've been talking about, the presence of O'Darity. And O'Darity, such a great running back, but he has not been involved a lot tonight. And there he gets a pitch to the outside, shows off his speed.
I was about to say, Toby, before he had that touchdown, I was about to say, why aren't you using your best offensive weapon? You're using him in the minimal, and you're down. Well, now it's 28, but at the time you were down 35 points. Why not use him more? Get him more active.
So McKinney to kick the extra point, too. So he not only does punts, but he kicks the extra points, and that one's right down the
Straight
middle.
as an arrow.
So 35-7.
I don't know, this McKechnie guy, though, was pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets some college recruits.
Just this Pittsburgh offense, so they score touchdowns to that. That means the Warriors, but either way, the Warriors have had, I believe this is their fourth, maybe their fifth straight game where they've held the opponent to under double digits.
Yeah. And the clock's continuing to tick here, so definitely a win for the Warriors here.
This Warriors defense has just been flat out amazing this year, and like always,
Smithville can just take as much time as they need.
probably see a lot of runs from Jaden Bennett or Riley Brown here.
I mean, like the play clock hasn't even started, and we're 4 minutes to go.
So the kick is off.
Preston Rash back deep for the Warriors.
He was back to begin the second half too, Eli, and he had a great return to start the second half, and there's a good return.
3:24 left in the game. 35-7 Warriors.
And so I'm wondering if there's a rule for like under a certain amount of minutes running, because this clock has been running the rest of the way.
Yeah.
After that touchdown, so I'm wondering.
These are Kansas rules since we're playing in Kansas, so these aren't Missouri rules, so it's a little different than rules we're used to.
So Jake Schaefer comes back out onto the field. The handoff goes to Jaden Bennett. So we stopped at the line of scrimmage.
New receivers out here for the Warriors. Number 80, Dom Butler. I think I saw Drake O'Neal. Oh no, and I didn't. He's not playing. He's hurt.
I think
There are new receivers out here for the Warriors. We'll get that to you.
Clock's still running, so 2 minutes to go.
No, one of them is Schmitty.
Yep, Ethan Schmidt. And then
One of them is Schmitty. And then Dom Butler.
there's one on the far end as well.
And Colin Mueller in motion.
Handoff to Jaden Bennett as he explodes to the 40-yard line and a first down. Clock continues to run. Minute and a half to go. So the other receiver is Colin Downey. And Jake Schaefer hands it off to Jaden Bennett. And Bennett gets
We're just going to run this
4
clock
yards.
out.
And there's a flag.
2 more plays.
Which the clock's still running even though there's a flag.
Yeah.
So
Personal foul on the defense.
Personal foul on Pittsburgh, so that'll give the Warriors an automatic first down.
At the 40. Or is that from, there's that the pre, okay. Yeah, so they're going to put the ball on the Dragon 40-yard line.
Very impressive show tonight from the Warriors.
41-yard line, sorry. So they're going to have to run one more play, and then it'll just be over. Great win by the Warriors here tonight, 35-7. Just take a shot while you're at it. Nothing to lose. Well, and Shaver's going to knee it.
So that'll be the game. Your Smithville Warriors 35, Pittsburg Dragons 7. I'm Toby Ford.
And I'm Eli Bosley.
We'd like to thank our cameraman, Maverick McDonald, and our scorekeeper, Cameron Anderson. And that's all for us. Last home game next week against Grandview.
We'll see you